Deep within the forests of Shakevan lies a culture unmoved by progress around them. But when that progress threatens their lives, they have a choice: fight or flee. Our heroes arrive just in time to mediate the conflict. However, what they learn may change their minds on who and what they are fighting for. With their new unlikely allies, the heroes uncover a dark secret in the mining town. Now, faced with a choice of their own, turn their backs on a paycheck or do the job. Our heroes are the ones to choose. When we last left our heroes, they had met with the dwarf in Neverwinter for getting a job working as freelance, shall we say, exterminators for a forest co. The job? To exterminate a band of bugbears that have been plaguing the village of Shakevan. Shakevan is not bugbears, sorry, kobolds. Back up a second.
That's
Their job,
module
if
2.
they choose to accept it, is to exterminate a band of kobolds. Definitely not bugbears,
Definitely
but kobolds. From terrorizing the town of Shakevan. They were given a time to meet the caravan that will be taking them to Shakevan. They're given a modest fee of 150 gold pieces. Actually, I think you negotiated for 200 gold pieces successfully, and a mug.
The mug was not part of the negotiations.
Along the way, however, each one of you had some hijinks in the office and found a little bit of information. There are some missing employees. You've went to the tavern that night to kind of sort through this and figure out what's going on. As the night wound down, you thought for a bit about perhaps striking out early. Maybe even taking the wagons yourselves and going to a town you'd never been to, nor would you know how to get to.
What could go wrong?
What could possibly go wrong? But you get caught by the city guard trying to break into the stables. And luckily, however, Sir Marcos Haversan was there to bail you out with his noble connections and smooth talking. He was able to get everyone out of trouble. You get back to the tavern, the cracked tankard, and there ends your night with Darius and Jim hanging out in the tavern while Darius sings songs and entertains the crowd. Jim smoozed and bought drinks for some of the Forest Co. employees, trying to get more information out of them than she already had, learning terrible things occurring in the mining operation, mine collapses, missing employees on a regular basis. As the sun came up, you departed the cracked tavern, made your way back to the stables, where you met Marinar Elmsware, the lead driver of the caravan. And you hop on, the caravan started pulling out of Neverwinter, and that is where we shall begin tonight's episode of Justice for Neverwinter, Union Strike. You travel throughout the day. It's a beautiful, beautiful day. It's been sunny and warm consistently throughout your trip. It's been uneventful, almost boring at times. If it weren't for most of you not having legs long enough to keep up with the caravan as it moved, you would have hopped out and ran alongside just to beat the boredom. But unfortunately, you're not able to do that. So you're kind of stuck on the wagon. It's comfortable, lots of cushions. And the first day of travel passes without incident. Minar's occupied throughout the day, doing things that the lead caravan driver does. As evening approaches, however, they announce It's time to stop for dinner. We'll set camp here, and should be a quiet night. Don't expect anything. This has been a pretty routine run for us for a while.
As soon as he says that, I just go on high alert and I just start looking around. Checking every bush, every tree, everything, just to make sure that nothing is untoward.
Yeah, this looks like a well-used campsite. It's fairly established.
Okay.
There's like a fire ring in the center with an old wagon wheel steel band as kind of the top of the fire ring. There are log benches set out here, so it looks pretty kosher.
Jim, would you check with the front desk and find out what time breakfast is served?
Yeah, let me get right on that.
Thank you.
Breakfast, really?
The caravan workers pull out some salted meat, crackers, and bread, a rather hearty and delicious broth full of chunks of potato. They start heating this up, and as you all just kind of standing around, exchanging pleasantries with the folks, what are you doing here as you prepare for dinner on the caravan trail?
For the love of God, somebody get me some meat or some wine. That ride was horrid on my back.
Has anyone ever told you I think you have a drinking problem?
Has anybody ever told you that you're short?
Okay, sir. Them's fighting words.
Hold on. We can settle this real quick. I'm just
She like
gonna put
starts
my
swinging.
hand right here on your head. Now go ahead. Try your Midas.
You're a jerk. So she kicks him in the shin.
Gah! Little wretch.
Oh boy.
I bust out my guitar and I start playing some songs and singing some of the old time classics. She'll be coming around the mountain, that kind of stuff.
Old timey classics.
I'll be
Like
sending
dinner
her
music.
over the mountain if she tries to kick me in the shin again.
I'll just hide under the wagon. You can't get me there.
Like the rat that you are.
I'm just going to kill him with my eyes.
And as that kind of ruckus dies down, they say dinner's ready. They pull out the bowls and start serving up the soup, the salted meat, and breaking off pieces of the loaf of bread for each of you. Sit down and enjoy a meal. Have conversation if you'd like.
I am going to try to sit by some of the people, employees on the ride with us and start up conversation, see if I can't find out any other information that someone's willing to give.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Don't you know they're not actually employees of Forest Co, just hired freelancers, such like yourself. We're just couriers. Technically, we're not under their employ. It's just an arrangement that we have. We carry the goods.
You're an independent contractor.
Yeah, you could say that, but we don't have a contract with Forest Co. They can use anybody they want, and they don't pay me a wage, right? They just pay me per the job. Manier says, so normally I'd simply just take a better job, right? But Forest Co, they have a habit of undercutting their opposition in order to drive them out of business. I need the money, so I take the work. I'm definitely making less than I was a year ago, but I understand a lot of their employees are in the same boat.
Not just their employees.
No? What do you mean? Not just their employees?
Well, the word around the town and the street is that, like you said, they undercut everybody, which means even the smaller independent shops are also feeling the hurt. Because
Well, I guess that could probably happen. You know, if they move in, they can move a lot of product. They do it cheaper than anybody else. They can do it faster than anybody else, and their product lasts longer than anybody else's. So,
Yeah, they do it cheaper and then they charge you an arm and a leg for it.
well, people are paying it. People are buying it.
It's because they don't give you anybody else to buy from.
exactly.
That's true. Even my other employers that I used to curry for, they don't ring up anymore. Guess they've gone out of business. Kind of stuck with Forest Co. if I want to make any money at all.
I'm starting to think the bigger enemy here is going to be, as I just stop right there.
Enemy? We're not fighting anybody. It's just, hey, it's just a job, man. It's just a job. All right, look. You got a job to do. You're doing a job for them.
Yeah, whatever helps you sleep at night.
Are they paying you what you're worth?
No.
Not even close.
But you took the job, didn't you? So let's not talk about enemies, okay? Well, we're all on the same side. We're both just some independent contractors. Hey, you, the guitar boy, play us a song. This is bringing me down. I can't get brought down. I need to be in a good mood. Ah.
Her
I'm gonna go for a walk.
eyes, they shone like the diamonds. You think she was queen of the land, and her hair hung over her shoulder, tied up with a black velvet band.
Yep. I'm going for a walk. And Manier gets up and kind of walks off into the forest. There's a small trail nearby, probably a toilet tree trail, you know?
Okay.
As you continue to sing, a few moments go by and you hear a sharp scream, or squeal even, coming from the rear end of the caravan wagons.
I take off that way.
Yeah. As fast as my little legs will take me.
I leisurely stroll right beside Jem.
Wow.
Yep. As you get back, you see Manier just standing there, just furious, mad. Oh, they got in the foods.
Who got in the food?
And you see that you look as they point to the woods. You see just the fuzzy tail of a pack of coyote kind of running back into the bush. Damn it. Mostly got the potatoes, but nothing really valuable. Unfortunately, it looks like dinner might be sparse on the rest of the ride. Let's see if we can't.
You want some coyote?
No, I try not to eat scavenger meat.
Okay.
Get hungry enough, you will.
I mean, we could salvage some of these or look around for more to eat, but I don't know. These have got tooth marks and claw marks and dirt all over them. Probably not any good.
You just wash them off and, cut the little teeth marks out.
Yeah.
Potato's still good.
Yeah.
I guess you guys want to scavenge a few things up. We can make it work. Ugh. Damn it. This happens every once in a while. I don't know why I let my guard down like that. I should have been.
Let me go see what I can find, and I'll start heading towards the tree line and go and see if I can scavenge some stuff that we might be able to utilize to supplement our daily rations.
Cool.
As I look over at her, I'm just like, and see, this is the reason why you don't get complacent when you're up.
Well, that's just rude.
No, it's just food. Luckily, it was just food. Nothing, no harm, no foul, really. Vigorous, you make your choice, animal handling or nature roll.
Okay. Let's see. Nature. Let me make sure one thing here. Okay.
Anyone else want to scavenge, search around, or
I'll
Yeah.
help out.
That is
Yeah.
a 25.
25 on nature?
25 on nature.
Okay, great.
Plus my
Uh,
13.
Actually, I'm gonna get you to roll a survival.
Who, me?
No,
Oh.
Marcos.
Okay.
And Jim can roll investigation. If Darius, if you are looking, you two can roll either survival or animal handling.
So 17 on survival for me.
18 on investigate.
Wow.
Well, it was 11, but apparently I have a lot of buffers for
Yeah, you do.
investigate.
I rolled an 11.
All right. Everyone except Darius. Vigors, you find some berries, kind of nice little patch of berries nearby. They're perfectly ripe and ready for picking.
Okay.
Jim, you find where the ground is nice and fertile and wet, and like you could easily probably use this dirt if you needed to, or you could pull this up, plant stuff here so that there was a sustainable crop, perhaps going forward. And Marcos, you find some herbs not far from the bushes of the berries and all, some herbs that might make the soup taste just a little bit better.
I don't have to choke it down now.
Yeah, so think wild onions, wild parsley, the parsnips, that kind of thing you might find.
Groovy.
So bringing all that back and salvaging some of the potatoes and whatnot that were taken out of the food stash, you've probably put back half of the food stores. So with a good rationing, of course, we won't be able to have the portion size we had tonight, but we'll still have enough food for the remainder of our journey.
Yeah, I can go look for more stuff next time we stop. So it'll be all right.
No, okay, yeah, we can always keep looking for stuff. That's true. Anyway, I'm gonna have to buy new sacks now. That comes out of the pay. These are just getting to cost me money. It's really getting to the point where it's almost not even worth making these runs anymore. Ugh.
Instead of buying sacks, why don't you just build some crates? Be a lot harder for them to get in.
Lumber's more expensive than sacks, thanks to Forest Co.
The investment is worth it compared to losing product.
Yeah, I might look at that when we get back.
Forest Co. isn't providing you the sacks? You're not hauling Forest Co. products?
We are, but the food stuffs we have to take out of our payment. Like we have to pay for our own food.
Well, I think if they're making you go on these trips for them, they should be providing the food.
It would
I've
almost be worth
tried.
for it would almost be worth for you to negotiate a contract with them, an exclusivity contract where it also they provide your meals. That's including your payment.
I don't know how to do that though.
Oh, don't worry. you now know me. We'll be able to sit down and work something.
Roll my eyes. This
I
guy.
also roll my eyes.
We might have to take you up on that, good sir. Anything that we can do to better our position, that could help in a lot of ways. What do you say, guys? What do you think? Yeah? Get a contract, something ironclad they can't back out of? Yeah. They all agree. Everyone on the caravan is in agreement. They'd like to try and do that when they get back.
Fantastic. And once everything's all said and done, we'll settle my meager fee.
Of course, everyone has to get paid.
I'm going to take a moment and slowly work around from person to person and get their name and their position with the and their role or job in the whole logistics business.
Okay.
I won't make you generate 6 random names.
Well, no, I mean, Manir is the head of this particular caravan. The wagons are provided, of course, by Forest Co. And whatnot, and the others are just hired hands. So
Okay.
Manir is kind of a guide, if you will, and the others are just kind of hired labor.
All right.
Manir has worked with them all before. And it's just whoever's available on the day that they have to leave. That's who kind of comes along.
Okay.
There's a guild in Neverwinter that supplies. It's a labor guild, there's general labor workers. Cool. Well, we better get our rest because we gotta get up early and head out. Forest Co likes their deliveries on time or ahead of schedule. So it's either that or ride through the night. Your call.
I mean, I'm down for driving through the night. I mean, I'll be asleep in the back, so
Yeah, can any of y'all drive horse? Like that way we could just rotate driving shifts.
Yeah, I probably can.
Probably.
Yeah. Well, hey, let's do that then. We could really make up some time and maybe get there a day ahead of time if y'all are willing to drive.
Let's go.
You just stay on this road. It's a straight shot. I mean, you just don't get off this road and it'll take us right to Shakevan. So
As soon as I hear him say that, I just give Marcos a death stare. Like, see, we could have done this on our own.
and it's a good. I could use some shut eye. Come on, guys. Let's give them a turn at running the wagons. We'll take a nap in the back. Stop at dawn. We'll eat a short breakfast. Let the horses rest, and then we'll push on tomorrow.
All right.
We'll take over.
All right.
All right. As you push on through the night, make some couple animal handling rolls here for me. And is anyone helping?
I'll help.
I mean, yeah.
So you got
14.
3 wagons.
14.
14,
13.
13. I kind of feel like Darius and Jim would kind of be on the same wagon. Kind of helping each other drive that last wagon, as Vickers and Marcos are pretty confident in their abilities and are going to take the lead 2 wagons. At one point, they begin like looking at each other as if they want to race the wagons. Darius and Jim, if one of y'all wants to roll, you can roll with advantage on animal handling because you're having help from the other.
All right.
You want to roll? Do you want me to roll?
I'll roll.
Okay.
Because I have a 0 in animal handling.
Reading.
So I rolled an
too.
11
11.
and a 6.
Okay. That's with advantage.
That's with advantage.
Yeah, an 11 with advantage.
Oh, wow. Okay. All right. You all struggled to get kind of in a rhythm. Darius and Jim struggled the most. But after half a mile or so, you think you've got the rhythm. Manir is not asleep yet, so you can hear them kind of shouting instruction to y'all about how to guide the horses. And eventually, half a mile or so in, you kind of get in a rhythm, get them rolling, and then from there, it's very easy ride.
All right.
That's good because I have no clue as to what I'm doing.
Darius, you should play us a
doing it.
song while we ride.
Oh, please, Lord, do not.
Do it. Do
At
it
this point, I'm
For
glad I'm in the front.
for any reason, but for most of all, to aggravate Marcos. Do it.
You know, peer pressure is not becoming.
I just give the reins a little snap and just try to go just a little bit faster to get away from the rest of them.
Yeah, go ahead and make your animal handling roll for that. See how the animals respond.
It's 15.
15. Yeah, they respond kindly, and you quicken the pace a bit. Marcos and Jim and Darius, you see the Vicarus's wagon is getting a little bit further away from you all.
Oh, we better not separate. I'm going to try to catch up with them. $17.
Oh yeah, you're able to kind of catch right up on him.
Jem, are you helping me on this this
Yeah, I'm
maneuver, or am I just gonna try to do this?
Nope,
solo?
I'm gonna help. I'll take the reins for a little bit.
Good. Then I'll help you.
Whoa!
You roll this time.
I got a 19.
Holy crap! Nice. Yeah, Jim, you rally the horses. They respond quickly, and you are all riding a little bit faster. I wouldn't say at a gallop, but you're at a good trot. You're at a nice steady trot.
Okay.
Enough that I'm bouncing up off the seat.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Okay.
You're probably bouncing a little bit. Yeah.
Hopefully I don't fall off.
Yeah, let's hope not. That would be bad.
I'm
Wouldn't-
sitting back in the chair a little bit, and I've kind of got my hand back on the back of the bench, and I've got a hold of the back of Jem's tunic, and I'm just holding the back of that tunic there just to make sure that she doesn't go.
Right on.
Boing, 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 boing.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I needed a seatbelt. They should really put seatbelts on these things.
It's a seatbelt.
A seat that belts you. It's a belt that seats you in.
I mean, we're just lucky enough to have belts that keep our pants up.
It's a seat. You're sitting here. Where are you going to go? Like, what's the point of it?
I'm gonna fall off. I don't want to fall off. I need a rope.
I'm just as big as you are. I'm not going anywhere.
Well, you have more confidence than I do.
Yeah, it's blatantly obvious.
Mhm.
That's
You've got
that's a
skills,
pleasant
Vickers.
way
You've
of
got
calling someone
skills.
round. Dwarves are known for their stoutness, right?
13 and a half minutes.
Or wait, you're a gnome.
I'm a gnome.
Yeah, he's a gnome.
If I
I'm a gnome.
it's 4 minutes.
Thought I heard an echo there for a second.
I mean, I might as well get it. It's only
Might be my
just
echo.
under 100K.
Yeah.
Yep.
I can
I think it's on your end. Yeah. Right on. Cool. The moon is out. It's not full, but it's a bright sky. Kind of ride through the night. Uneventful, unless you all want to do something wild with your wagons. I mean,
once we get to the point where we're about a day out, I am going to very closely pay attention for signs of kobolds.
okay. Yeah, so you actually, the sun is starting to come up. You're probably, if it's a 3-day trip and you were going to do it in 3 legs, you're probably about to that 1-day mark. As the sun comes up, you come across another well-established campground.
Okay.
And pull off to the side, as instructed, waking the crew for breakfast. It's, pretty much the same. The soup, the salted meat, a little bread, not as big of a portion again as last night, but it's enough to keep you going.
As I throw some of those wild herbs into it, I'm not gonna have to choke this down tonight.
Yeah, and you can mash some of the berries on the bread and have like almost a little unsweetened jam.
Mm-hmm.
That's
how we do it in the forest, yo.
And as the sun breaks the horizon and kind of brightens the sky, your lead wagon driver, Maynir, says, "Wow, we're making really good time. I really appreciate you all driving through the night. You must be exhausted, though. We'll let you sleep the rest of the way, and we'll take it in from here. We're only another. We should reach Shakevan by nightfall. You all made really great pace. Good job. If you're ever in need of work, you can come drive a wagon for me. I'll pay you fairly.
No,
but it's we'll probably meet a Forest Co. representative here before we leave. They like to keep pretty tight track on logistics. They expect us to meet these checkpoints at certain times. If we're ahead of schedule, we could get a bonus. So the fact that you all rode through the night, that could give us some bonus. So we really appreciate that.
Great.
If we're late, however, we lose some of our pay, and that is not a thing I want to do. So
then don't make us late.
Yeah, I'm not going to make us late.
Because in order to be late, it would have to be tomorrow.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my gosh. Somebody's grouchy and needs to go take a nap.
You know what? I think you're right, Jim. The pointy little hat's getting to his.
I am very focused, just looking around everywhere that I can look, just to see if I see any signs at all of cobalt activity.
You're gonna kind of, y'all are stopped eating. Are you gonna walk around, investigate the area?
I'm gonna use my favorite enemy feat and see if I can track any kobolds out here.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, yep.
That's a 12.
A 12?
Yeah.
There are some animal tracks, but there are no kobolds tracks here.
How I think back to all the kobolds I've messed with in the past and things I know about. How far away from their den do they like to get?
No more than they could return to in the same day.
Okay.
So they don't. They really like to go out. Raiding party goes out, does the raid, returns to the den, share the spoils. Right.
All right. So I just kind of look around, shake my head. Yeah, okay, that seems about right. We're still a little bit far out. I'm not surprised I didn't find any here, but keep an eye out. Just kind of out loud, not really saying anything specific, but just making it look like I'm paying attention to something.
Yeah, Manir kind of looks at you and goes, worried about something?
Well, I wouldn't say worried. I don't worry. But when you stop paying attention to things, that's usually when you get killed. So,
Or lose food.
I mean, you're not wrong. Unfortunately, if we're going to make the bonus and get there by nightfall, we are not going to be able to keep as close a lookout on this caravan as we would like. And we're carrying the emblem of Forest Co, and there are people in these woods that don't like Forest Co, so they would gladly pick off a caravan. So,
all right.
But that's the reason why we're here.
I mean, I thought you were here for other reasons. Like, aren't you supposed to be like doing something else?
If we can make some extra coin by protecting the caravan, I think that's worth it.
Coin aside,
I can't pay you, so I can't
Coin
promise you any
aside.
coin for that.
Oh, don't worry. We'll put in a bill. With
coin
Forrest Gump.
aside, it's in our best interest to pay attention so that we don't die.
Darius takes a moment, he's starting to look off, into the woods like this and squint and things like that. No, that's nothing. Never mind. And just if his attention now is focused off in the woods.
You feeling okay?
Yeah, I'm just you were looking for something. I'm just trying to see if I can figure out what it is that you're looking for.
Kobolds. Man,
No.
I'm looking for kobolds.
I knew it. You all are going after the kobolds, aren't you? I knew it. Oh, see, I've seen a lot of kobolds around Shakevan. Why didn't you tell me that's what you were going? I won't lie about that. They just tend to watch, though. They've never attacked us. They don't really seem hostile, at least not to the caravan. More wary of the caravans than anything else, honestly. They just kind of watch us from the side. I will
Hang on a second. Who's talking kobolds? I was talking about another patch of berries. Those berries were really good. I'd like some more of them berries.
What do you mean, paying no attention to what Darius just said? What do you mean what do you mean the kobolds aren't attacking the caravans?
Well, they don't attack my caravan. They just watch. There's a lot of them too. Look, when I say a lot, I mean a lot. They like line the trail and watch us go by.
And I look at Jim and Marcos and say, isn't that why we're here? Because the kobolds are attacking Forest Co stuff?
Yes.
It's all right.
Oh, I've never seen that.
Insight check.
Okay.
Hurry up.
Oh, that's bad. 9.
You feel like she's telling the truth. Look, if you were to tell me that that's what's going on, like they sent you out here to go after the kobolds to stop them from attacking people, especially the caravans, that's not happening. I tell you that right now. It's not happening. Just watch. You watch.
Yeah,
when
okay.
we get closer to Shakevan, you'll see they'll come out in droves. They'll line the sides of the trail. They will not attack us. Just watch.
All right. You can count on it. I'll be watching.
Jim is gonna make note of this in her little notebook for her investigation.
As Jem is writing down in her notebook, I'm going to bump her in the shoulder and go, Jem,
Oh, you made me mess up while I was writing.
take a look over there in that bush. Do you see a wheel of cheese?
I don't know if that's a wheel of cheese. I don't think it is.
Did I hear this?
Okay.
It does look, Jim, it does look like there's a wheel of cheese over there.
Oh, Okay. All right. Well, if you think if you think that it's a wheel of cheese, Darius, then we can stop so you can go check.
It can't be a wheel. Why would a wheel of cheese be out here? It doesn't make sense. It doesn't look like a kobold. I've already gotten in trouble once for wanting to look for berries. I'm supposed to look for kobolds. I don't see kobolds. I see cheese. What can I say?
You're not going to get in trouble. Don't listen to him. He's not the boss of us.
Okay. I'll just keep my mouth shut and
Just
look.
go look. Just go look. Just go to the bush.
Got a quick question. For these wagons, are they covered wagons or are they an open wagon?
They're open.
All right. Well, if Darius doesn't want to go investigate, I'll gladly get out and go look at this bush to see if it actually is a wheel of cheese.
Sure. You hop down and head over towards the bushes. The rest of you see Jim kind of hop down off the wagon and walking towards the bushes.
What in the world is that little thing doing now?
As you get closer and closer, just about to it, maybe you're getting ready to reach down to grab this wheel of cheese that, it's probably bigger than your head. It disappears right in front of you.
What the hell? Where did it go?
And you
What
all
was
hear
it?
her exclaim,
Magic cheese? What the hell? Freaking out now.
"We
Going
don't
on?
have time for this. Cheese, there's no cheese in the woods. Let's go. We do not have to. We're going to lose our bonus."
I swear it was there. It just
Right.
disappeared.
You're
I'm not
probably
going
just
crazy.
hungry. You're probably just
I'm not the only one that saw it. Darius saw it too.
I'm looking for kobolds. I didn't see any.
Traitor.
And Menhir snaps the reins of the front horse and they start to take off. And the second rider does the same, and the third does the same.
Jem, get back here quick.
So I take off running as fast as my little legs will take me.
Yep. You can catch up kind of to the last wagon. You're running. Darius, you're still on the last wagon. Are you going to help Jim?
It's too big to put in my backpack.
Yes, I'm
reach down and
reach down and hand and hoist her up.
yeah. So I kind of see this cinematic scene of Jim running as fast as she can and Darius holding on to the wagon, reaching out, their hands missing occasionally. Go ahead and make a strength check, Darius. See if you can pull Jim onto the wagon.
No.
Oh, this will go brilliantly.
Oh,
What could go wrong?
What could possibly go wrong, right?
13.
It's better than I thought he was going to get.
That's not a failure. Yeah. Yeah, you grab a hold and
Bang her against the side of the
you're
wagon a little bit. As
you're
I pull her
holding on. You're not able to pull her on, but you have a firm grip. Now the horses are starting to go faster. Jim, if you have acrobatics or athletics or something like that where you can kind of try to hoist yourself, bounce up, go ahead and make that roll for me.
All
Your
right, I'm going to
choice.
do acrobatics because that seems more appropriate.
Yeah.
6.
A 6. You rolled a 6. Okay.
Oh, this
You
is going to be
attempt
bad.
to kind of launch yourself up, kind of spring foot, as you're running, you just plant your feet and bounce. When you plant your feet, you do so right in a rock that's in the middle of the road. Darius, make a strength save.
Oh, no.
I'm good at those.
Oh, no.
That's a 9.
Yeah, you lose your grip on Jim. Jim, you hit the dirt right in the road. Vigorous
Somebody should
and
have
Marcos, are y'all watching any of this, or are you?
Yes, I'm
Oh, yeah.
watching.
And just speak, just chime up. Somebody shouldn't have had seconds during breakfast.
I look at. I'm assuming I'm riding in the wagon with Manny.
Good thing I can't
I'll look
hear
at
that.
her and I'll go, "Hey, I know we're in a hurry, but
No, my
stop
shit
for a
was
second,
broke. I
just
had
for a
the
second,
station plugged.
I'm like face
What
down.
now?
just for
In
a
the
second,
dirt.
please."
See, I can't
She
even see the red.
Pulls
streak.
top on the reins, and the horses slow down. She throws her hand up to signal to the other drivers to stop. The wagons come to a stop. Jem, you pick yourself up, dust yourself off, glare at Darius as he let you go on purpose, just for the laugh.
I'm watching you.
As soon as I see her get in the wagon, I'll go, "Okay, we can go now."
And Manir looks back and goes, "Oh my God, really? Fine. Yeah."
See,
And-
I told you it was just a second.
The wagons begin to pull off once again. Hang on just a second. Yeah, I guess that one will work.
Once Jem gets back on board, I start to dust her off and clean off the dust and all the rest of that kind of stuff. Try to straighten her out.
Thank you, Darius. Thank you. Just
Yep.
yep. Just gonna.
And who's
to make
gonna
myself
settle down
presentable.
and take a nap? Anyone staying awake?
I'll kind of just nod off for a little while as the wagon's bouncing down the road.
I'm gonna say that I'll try to stay awake, trying to be, big, bad, and tough, but I'm probably gonna fall asleep.
I'm gonna stay watch. Keep
Okay.
watch.
You're gonna stay up
At least for
Darius.
the first period here. And then I'll try to wake one of the other knuckleheads up and tell them it's their turn.
Okay. Cool. How long are you gonna kind of give that? Like 2 or 3 hours? You think?
Yeah, 3 hours.
Okay. It's gonna be that one. Okay. Cool. Yet nothing happens really as you're kind of rolling along. You are having a hard time staying awake though.
Yeah.
The
So
rocking of the wagon is just kind of rocking you to sleep.
Yes.
And you'll catch yourself every once in a while, nod it off, and then you wake up and go, kind of one of those startled awake things.
and just to try to keep myself awake, I'll be singing to myself. And because of my voice, it's singing to myself rather quietly, but I'm singing just trying to keep, myself awake.
Yep. The caravan wagon folk, they don't really talk much to one another or to you either. They just kind of sit and do their job. You can see them watching, but you're moving at a pretty good clip. It's clear that Manir wants to get here early, wants to get that bonus money. And do me a favor and make me a Constitution save. Yeah, I think Constitution saves in order here.
Does a 1 make it?
No, it does not. And you pass out before waking anyone else. Um, yeah, the ride goes on, and Vickers, you're awakened by an elbow
Okay.
jabbing you in the ribs.
What?
Shh, look, it's Manir. Points at the woods.
What do I see?
The others, you're all awakened as well by the caravan hands. And when you look at them, they put their finger to their lips, like to stay silent, but look. And each of you see what is clearly described. At Vickers, you know it immediately as your favorite enemy. There are kobolds in the trees and the bushes. At first, you don't really see them, but as your eyes focus, you can tell they're there. It is late in the day. You have slept the day away. It is late afternoon, early evening time. Hold you.
How many kobolds do I see?
If you try to count, you kind of lose count looking at both sides of the road.
Okay.
More than a dozen.
Okay. That's peculiar.
But they're not making any aggressive motions or anything. They're just kind of watching y'all go by.
As we're rolling down the road, do I see the town coming up, or
If you inquire, Manir will tell you we're not far.
okay.
We'll make
All right.
it at right at sundown. We should be there.
Okay. All right.
Anyone else have a reaction to these creatures that you see?
I'm just gonna, take it in, pay attention, and write it down in my notebook that they're watching but not attacking. And I count how many we see and write it down.
I'm just looking around at what the reaction is of all the rest of the group, and it seems to be pretty quiet, so I'm going to stay pretty quiet.
I'm just kind of sitting there pondering, looking at all this going on, just like, I wonder why they're not actually. Is it something in the caravan?
You're doing that clip in and out thing again.
Okay, sorry. So I'm just sitting there pondering, going, I wonder why they're not coming after the caravan. Is it something in the caravan that they're afraid of, or is it that they just not concerned about us, which is highly unlikely from what I've read?
I would be wondering the same thing myself.
Yeah, this is odd behavior. Both of you would know this is very odd behavior. For kobolds are known to be aggressive against pretty much anything in their territory. And you get past them, and then as sunset blankets a thin shale covered valley with a dying light topping a hill, you see down nestled in the crook of the rocky hill sits a small collection of houses, no more than 20 or so, each with blue slate roofs and compost walls. The village is lit every few yards by tall poles upon which flickering oil lamps hang. On the far side of the narrow valley, several hundred yards from the village and barely visible in the highest hillside, is a gaping entrance into the mine itself. And the caravan pulls into the middle of the village, where it's met by several men in sturdy-looking armor. Manir dismounts and waves to them, greeting, "Ahoy! We've got this month's supplies, minus a few potatoes." The men laugh and say, "Coyotes again? Or kobolds?" "No, coyotes." And they exchange greetings, and she invites you all to dismount the caravan.
All right.
Okay.
It is late evening. Sun is hanging very low over the horizon, nearly dark. So about dusk time.
I'm actually gonna walk.
Um,
I'm actually gonna walk over to Jem and just kind of lean over a little bit. Do me a favor. Follow where this inventory is going tonight, so we can actually take a closer look at it later.
I can do that.
Thank you. As I turn back around and actually head towards the knights.
Yeah, as you all dismount, kind of getting your footing, go ahead and make a perception check for me. Active perception.
16.
11.
14. I'm
6.
sorry. I'm sorry, Darius.
All right. Vicarus and Jim, you both appear to see what appears to be some squat, scrawny figures kind of out of the corner of your eye, just shuffling out of sight.
Interesting. I wonder what that is.
You want to follow him?
I can.
Sure. Let's go. They looked out of place.
You kind of see him just going into the tree line, the bushes at the edge of the village about the time you arrived.
All right.
And when you make it to the tree line, you don't see or hear anything. You can make it investigate. And I think Vicarus, you have it's not tracking, it's investigation, but you would use your nature, I guess. Yeah, I think it's nature.
Yeah.
To look for a trail.
10.
10.
I got 18.
There is a clear and obvious game trail that leads into the bush here.
All right.
You can follow it in if you'd like.
Does it look like that's the way that our two figures went?
Yeah, it kind of looks like that's about the way they would have gone. It's the only thing you see that looks like anything could go into the woods in this area. We'll put it that way.
All right.
Before we go, should we make sure to tell the guys that we're going into the woods in case something happens?
If it makes you feel better, sure.
I'll leave a note. Leave
a note. Okay.
Yeah, I'll write out a little note letting them know and like stick it to the side of the wagon.
Okay.
All right. As the two of you go that way,
Mhm.
Jim, you slip back in, writing a note on your way, roll it up, stick it somewhere obvious, maybe in Darius's guitar strings on the back of the wagon. Marcos and Darius, you are standing there next to Maynir, and Marcos, you said you're you kind of walk towards the guard, I think is what you said.
That's right.
And as you do, another half elf approaches you, and go ahead and make an insight check on this.
$13.
Okay. So obviously right off the bat, the first thing you notice is that the people who came to greet the caravan, the armor they're wearing is full leather, top to bottom. They all carry swords, and they all have the embroidery of the Forest Co emblem on the right chest of the armor. They do not look to be miners. They look in your eyes, especially Marcos, to be trained guards. And then you notice Darius, what did you roll on your insight?
Oh, I did not, but I can.
Yeah, go ahead. You can roll an insight on this as well.
I rolled a 1.
Oh my god. What's your
This is a
good stat?
really neat village.
What's
Darius,
your
you
good
are just
stat?
oblivious. Margos, there doesn't seem to be anyone else around. Like, you notice the streets are empty.
As I greet the half elf, like, good evening.
Yes, the half elf steps forward. Menhir introduces, this is Glondar, head of security. He should get you sorted with the rest of your work. I've got the barrels to offload. Glondar steps forward, stretches his hand out to meet you, and with a firm shake, you accept it. He has a very strong grip. You can tell this is a soldier. He means business. Glondar grips down a little as if waiting for you to squeeze back. Like he squeezes your hand in the shake and then expecting another squeeze, he squeezes again just a little bit.
Nope.
I'm gonna make a charisma check for him. Actually, it would be a charisma save because I need to make the check. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
19.
19. I rolled a nat 20 on my intimidation. So you back in dice, baby. You feel while it's not overbearing, he gives you the firm impression he is in charge here and you will do what he says.
We'll see about that.
Yeah. At least in the moment, that's the way you're feeling. He smiles broadly at you and gives a little laugh. It's more kind of scornful to you. It's like, yeah, got you, buddy. And somewhat mocking, right? He releases his grip. He's you're the folks they sent to take care of the kobold problem, eh?
That's correct. And whatever information that you have would be greatly appreciated. But as I look around, unfortunately, it looks like we are currently missing 2. They
I
probably
was gonna say, I was
off.
told there were 4 of you coming. Where's your other 2?
They probably wandered off. Who knows with those little short stacks are probably trying to hide in a haystack or somewhere.
All right. Well, look, it's getting dark, so we'll be sending out a patrol to keep watch soon. Maybe they'll turn up on the patrol. You best make yourselves comfortable until then, but not too comfortable. It can get rough out here. Okay.
So you said your position here is head of security, correct?
Yes, it is.
So
And-
can you tell me what kind of problem are you having with the kobolds?
We're having all kinds of problems. Didn't they tell you about this?
All
When they
they
hired you,
said-
like they're coming,
this-
they're doing raids, they're attacking our shipments as we bring them down from the mines. Like it's been pretty bad. So we're just here to protect the city. We can't spare the troops to go out into the field. So that's why you're here.
And what have you done so far to take care of this problem?
Well, we've done all we can. We've hired mercenaries such as yourselves to protect the supply chain as it comes down the mountain. But they're getting more and more brazen. Just 2 nights ago, they came in and attacked the village itself.
And how large is this mercenary force?
The Kobold force.
No, the mercenary force.
No, it's folks like yourselves, small groups of mercenaries that for hire come in.
And how many groups have you hired?
A few, they come in, the problem goes away for a while and then comes back.
More than 10?
I don't know. We've had more than 10.
More than
We've had a
5?
few. We've had probably around 5. Yeah.
And how many kobolds come in at a time?
Oh, a dozen or 2 sometimes. Sometimes it's only 3 or 4. It's really strange. They don't have any pattern.
And what happens to the mercenaries that you brought in. The previous guys,
They
the
were
guys less
hired, they did their
experienced.
job, and they left. Now you're here.
Oh, they left.
Yeah, they did their job, they got paid, and they left.
I see.
Yeah.
All right.
Not an ongoing thing, right? They come in to fix a problem, and then the problem's fixed, and they go away.
Just do me a favor. Show us where our lodging is for the night, if we're actually going to get a chance to sleep. And I'll talk with my associates when the other two arrive. We'll try to get some type of plan in motion.
Sounds wonderful. Follow me right this way.
Is
He takes you
Meniere
to
still around?
Is there what?
Is Meniere still around?
Meniere is walking off with the wagons, heading the opposite direction to go unload.
I'm gonna chase down Meniere. Instead of following the orders or the direction of the guard, I'm gonna let Marcos find out where the beds are.
Okay. Way to go, Scooby Gang. Split up the party.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, you follow Meniere. He kind of looks over his shoulder and is like, yeah, you left your guitar on the back of the wagon. You might want to get that so it doesn't get broken when we unload this stuff.
Absolutely. Thank you for reminding me. Sometimes these things happen. It happens. It happened. Anyway, did you hear what that guard said?
No, I'm not listening to him.
Oh, he was saying that they have trouble with kobolds all the time around here.
I haven't seen it. Doesn't mean it doesn't happen. It just means I haven't seen it happen.
Any idea what would cause them to attack?
They're kobolds. From what I understand, they're supposed to be pretty vicious. I just have never seen them be vicious.
Why do you think they're not vicious to you?
I don't know.
And I go up to him and, no, you stink pretty good. I don't think that's it.
He kind of pushes you away. Look, personal space, bud. Personal space. Now, look, I've got to get this unloaded, or if I don't have this in to be unloaded here by the time the sun goes down at the Rusty Tap, I don't get my bonus. You're slowing me down. If I don't get my bonus, then all that extra work was for nothing. So,
all right, hold your horses. Hold your horses. Let me get my guitar, and then I'll help you unload a little bit.
oh, you're going to help us unload. Oh, wonderful. Thank you. Yes, thank you so much.
You're welcome. It is my pleasure.
I would ask you to make an insight check, but I don't think your character would see that as a slight or sarcasm. I think your character would take that completely as genuine appreciation.
Actually, he would completely recognize it for what it is, but just blow right on by with the initial, reaction and make it appear as that he is absolutely clueless, doesn't know what's going on, and just doesn't see it. It just rolls right off him and off he goes.
Fair enough. You go to grab your guitar, and there is a piece of parchment rolled up, stuck between the strings, right at the opening.
Who in the world would do this to my guitar? The tuning! Oh my gosh, the tuning!
As you pull it out and open it up, you see it's a note from Jim. It says, "Went to chase the shadows," or whatever. How would you have worded it, Jim? How would you have worded your note?
Probably would have said, I probably would have been extremely blunt, like what we were doing wasn't any big deal. Going to chase two shadowy figures into the woods. See you later.
Just matter of fact.
Just, yeah.
Okay.
Perfect. Chasing cheese again.
Yep.
Just like the two of them.
All right. Back Vigorous and Jim,
Yep.
as you find this trail and head, I guess, are you going to kind of head in, Jim? You get back after dropping off the note. Didn't take you long. Vigorous, did you wait? First of all, did you wait for Jim to get back or did you just go into the woods?
I would have gone slowly past the tree line. Like I wouldn't have just taken off running. I'd have just kind of wandered in nice and slow, keeping an eye out left and right, looking down at the ground, looking for footprints, waiting yet progressing for her to get back.
All right.
Okay.
So when I finally catch up, I'll ask. So what did you see anything? Did you find anything?
Did
Any
I
clues?
see anything or find anything?
Yep. Did you?
No. You actually don't see any footprints.
Oh.
And you're really good at finding footprints,
Yeah.
especially kobold footprints,
Yeah.
which is your suspicion here. You see some animal tracks, like probably a hog, deer, probably, but you don't see any humanoid kind of footprints.
Yeah, I know there were shadows there, but I don't see anything here. Yeah. I don't see anything.
Is there anything in the distance? Like, do we see like mountains? What could be a cave? Do we see?
Well, you're kind of down in this valley, and yeah, there's a big mountain
Okay.
that goes up, but you're kind of down in the valley at the base of it. And you did see the opening to the mine, right, on the
Yeah.
mountainside. So
Okay.
Where in the world could those things have gone? Well, I mean, I
We
guess we could
can-
head back.
Yeah, we can either go into the woods or we can go back. What do you want to do? I don't see any tracks to follow. So
Okay. Well, then let's head back if you don't see anything.
all right. We'll head back.
all right, you all head back. The caravan is gone. Marcos is gone. Darius is gone. Now,
That's
the village isn't that large. So if you want to kind of search around the town, you can.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll just walk around until we see one of them.
Wandering around, you come across a tavern called the Rusty Tap.
I'll go in there.
Sure.
That sounds
In-
good. Sounds like, dinner sounds good.
Cool. Into the tavern you go. Like my tavern music?
Sure. It's great.
It's not mine. It's from Tabletop Audio. Go on over to tabletopaudio.com and check out all the music there. Cheap plug, as I'm a Patreon for them, so really appreciate all the music that they make. You head on in, and the tavern keeper in the back is, oh, you must be here with the caravan, eh?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, they're around back unloading.
You
That's
see any? You see two bigger people come in here? They probably would have been with big, like military guard guy.
Oh, Gondar? No, I haven't seen Gondar or anybody else come in here. But yeah, the caravan's in the back. Here, you can go this way, and kind of points to the back door of the
All right.
tavern.
mm,
All right.
nah, that's okay. Is there a table where we can have a seat and
Oh, you're not going to help them unload? Oh, that's rich. Yeah, sure. Go have a seat. What can I get you to drink?
Ale.
I'll have the same. What do you got to eat?
We've got a modest. Hold on a minute, Gloria. And you hear a book kind of set down on a table. a thump of feet hitting the floor, and this elderly gnome comes waddling out from behind the bar.
Brown chicken,
Oh, we
brown
got
cow.
guests. All right. She kind of comes over to you and goes, "What can I get you?
What do you
Welcome to
got?
my rusty tap."
What do you got?
Oh, we've got a simple meal, nothing fancy, but you know, it'll get the job done. We got ale, we've got some wine, we've got mead.
Yeah, I'll take a glass of your finest mead and whatever meal you want to bring
Honey,
me.
we only got one kind of mead. You're gonna get it.
All right.
That would be your finest then.
Yes, it is. Where do you hail from, sir?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, I had a cousin from there.
Yeah. What's your cousin's name?
blah, blah, blah.
Uh-huh. I think I know him.
Yeah. He was a really big inventor of the balloon ship.
The balloon ship. Yeah, I think I've heard tell of them. That was them city gnomes though. I prefer
Look.
to be by myself.
Don't knock on the city gnomes. All right. Well, look.
Bring me food and bring me ale, please.
Yes, we can. Food and ale. Mind the help. They're on 12-hour shifts. We're short staffed. Day shift is asleep right now. This is all I got on night shift. So we'll get to you as quick as we can. But my compliments. Anything for the folks here.
Funny you should say that. So we're here to help with something, not the caravan, but you guys having a problem around here? You guys having any issues around here?
What you mean? Issues?
Jim pulls
like
out her
what?
notebook.
You getting like attacked or things stolen from you or
Well, you know, they say things happen down there in the mine, coming back to town. Yeah, there's a few things that happen, but you know, not much.
like every day, every other day.
I mean, a couple times a
Week.
week. You know, then it just stops for a while, and then you know, I think they just come out and they get what they need, and then they go back until they need something again. Then they come back out, and you know, it's just one of those kind of things. It's nothing. Is that why y'all are here?
Well, see, that's weird because the reason that we were told to come here, like the aggressors, that's not how they operate. They don't just come in every once in a while. They're very territorial. And this whole thing is odd.
You don't say.
I do say.
Interesting. Well, you know, they don't pay me enough to really know what's going on in this town. So
That's fair.
you know, if they sent you up here, there must be some kind of problem they need taken care of. So
Yeah. Well, I appreciate the info.
yeah, absolutely.
I'll say hi to when next time I see him.
Thanks. Yeah, give him my best.
Sure.
Jim and Vicarus, you both gain an achievement for that was weird. You both gain a one-time achievement to use on the next roll in which you choose to take. So in the following actions, I'll just let you know. Remind me that you have one available if you take an action. Either offloading supplies, preparations, get a drink, inspect the town, check out the mine, or speak with Glondar. I don't know how else to tell you about this. So
So what do we get?
you get an achievement. You will gain advantage on your next roll of one of these. I put in the Discord. So of one of these following actions that you want to take,
Okay.
you will get advantage to the roll associated with that action. Does that make sense? Okay.
Okay.
It makes a lot more sense the way I explained it that time, I think. All right. Darius went with the caravan. Vickers and Jim went to the tavern, eating and drinking dinner time. Marcos, you went with Gondar, the chief of security, who is going to show you to an area as you're walking to the bunk houses. He has this kind of smug look on his face. He's obviously just full of himself. He looks a bit bemused by the whole situation.
I'm just following right now, just biting my tongue.
Okay. As you get to the bunk houses, he says, well, these are the bunk houses where you're going to stay. When we get up in the morning, you'll probably head up, want to head out, search around, whatever. So let me know if you need anything.
Where's the tavern?
Tavern, we passed it four houses back, the Rusty Tap.
All right. So bunkhouse is here, tavern there. All right, that should be all that I need from you for now.
All right, just do me a favor. Don't mess with the workers. They've been on edge since the last collapse. Just a few of them lost some close buds.
Well, you just need to understand that we might have to go question some of them to find out exactly what's going on, where they're attacking, the Kobolds are attacking from, so on and so forth. So
I understand. Just, don't push too hard. It's a fragile time right now.
Okay.
And he kind of points, and you see the sign hanging, over the door, the Rusty Tap.
As I go over.
Cool. You go over and head in. You see Jim and Vickers kind of over at a table. There are a few other people in here. The barkeeps. Welcome. Must be one of the newcomers as well. I think your friends are over there. And he points at the table. You see a short, older gnome kind of moving away from the table that Vickers and Jim are at. She's definitely an elderly gnome, and but she carries herself with dignity.
Food and drink kind of woman.
A drink? Yeah, we'll bring some more right over for you. My good sir, welcome to the Rusty Tap, this town's finest establishment.
Thank you.
Also, this town's only establishment. Established by Forest Co. Your first round of drinks, you notice they are all that standard Forest Co. wooden mug with the Forest Co. emblem on them. All the tables have the Forest Co. brand in them. The chairs have the brand. Everything in this place screams company store. Darius, you're out back helping unload.
Indeed, I am.
So go ahead and make me a strength check, please.
Oh, I'm good at those.
Yes, you've been good at all your checks tonight. You've been doing well on your rolls.
I have. I'm lucky. I really am. Well, a 19.
That's pretty
Wow.
good.
Yeah, as you grab the half sack of potatoes, toss it over your shoulder. Mynheer just kind of looks over and gives an approving nod. And you keep on unloading stuff, and they following the crew into the storeroom in the back behind the bar. The smell of food in here is, well, it's food, and you're working up an appetite.
When Mynheer gave me that approving nod, I just winked right back at him.
Right on. It shakes their head and just yeah. Do you go back after your first load? Go to get
No,
something?
yeah, I'm in for the duration.
Yeah, okay. So about halfway through, go ahead and make me another strength check.
This promises to be even better. A 5.
That was better.
Yeah. You slide a crate off the back of the wagon. You just kind of lose grip and it hits the ground, cracks open, and this vegetables just go rolling across the ground. Carrots and lettuce, onions. Oh, damn it. I knew it. It was beginner's luck. It's always beginner's luck. Look, why don't you go find your friends? Nothing personal, but we've got this. We appreciate your help. I know you're trying to help, but we can handle this from here. Why don't you go try and find your friends? I'm sure they're wondering where you are.
All right. If you really don't need my help, I'm more than willing to help you here. Clearly the job's not done.
We'll make quick work of the rest. You've been enough help.
I don't want you to be out your bonus. I mean, that's why the whole riding through the night thing was for. It was for that bonus. Just trying to help a man out.
Nah, we'll I think we got it from here. I think we can get it on across the finish line here now. But yeah, I do appreciate it. Really appreciate your help. Yeah, absolutely. I'll put in a word for you with Forest Code. Maybe they can give you guys a bonus at the end of this for helping out, being such good sports about everything.
And I bend down and I start piling the vegetables back into the space that used to be or would have been the crate, just collecting them and moving them back into that same spot.
You hear a clanging noise. Sounds like your guitar. And Mynheer says, "Oops, silly me." And your guitar hits as it hits the ground. I'm terribly sorry. Oh, forgive me. Sometimes I'm a bit clumsy myself. My apologies. I hope it's okay.
As I look back at him and as I look back at him, I say something along the lines of, "Oh, don't worry about it. It is absolute. It happens all the time. I carry plenty of extra strings just for moments like this. I understand you really have no skill around instruments. You really have no idea how they even work. I can see you don't have the intelligence for this. And as I do this, I cast vicious mockery and walk away."
Oh, yay. Yeah. Yeah, well, you give some vicious mockery and grab your guitar in a huff, basically, and head off. Where are you going?
I'm headed back into the tavern.
Sure. Sure, you go in the back door, past the storeroom, right out onto the tavern floor where you happen to stumble across this elderly gnome woman as she's going into the back of the kitchen area. Watch where you're going, bud.
Oh my there, young lady. I'm so sorry. I was just helping the gentleman out back unload the wagon.
Great. Supplies are here. Good. We'll have enough food for the rest of the week. So you're with the caravan. Your friends are out there, I think. I don't recognize you. Your friends are out there at a table.
My name is Darius. Darius. Yeah, I'm here working, with the company like everybody else.
Excellent. Yes. We all work for the company. Yes. So since you're a company employee, you don't worry about a tab. The company will keep track of it, and the company will just take it out of your paycheck every week.
Oh my.
It's simple. That way you don't have to carry money. And if you were to get robbed, you'd lose all your money and then you couldn't eat. So the company does this as a service to take care of you. Did they not tell you this in orientation?
Oh no, they must have glossed over that part.
Right. Yeah. So we'll take care of your food. We'll bring it out to you.
Just out of curiosity, if I wanted to pay for myself, how much is a meal here?
Well, the meals are usually only served twice a day for employees, 12-hour shifts. I could whip a little something up. It would be my pleasure. I love doing this kind of thing. But yeah, we don't really charge for meals. We don't get a lot of travelers through. Most people are company folks that come here.
And I'm not accustomed. How much does the company charge for the meals?
You'd have to talk to payroll. I don't know how much they charge for meals. That's the company decides that.
I see. And just one last question. Who stocks the bar? Who's in charge of the wine, the ale, things like that?
They all come in on shipments. The company sends us what they want us to have.
Okay. And who makes that? So you don't make any selections, any choices. You just get whatever they got.
Yep, pretty much. We get what we're told we can serve, and we serve what we get.
Gotcha.
Hmm.
Gotcha. All right. And is there a bar? Do you have a bartender, someone working the bar, or is that, do you handle all of it?
Well, I own the place. Well, say I own it. I manage it and run it for Forest Co. It's but yeah, there's a barkeep.
Oh, okay. Thank you very much.
All right.
I'm sorry to be an inconvenience to you.
No inconvenience, young man. Just welcome to the company. We're happy to have you.
Why, thank you.
And you all see Darius kind of stumble out of the back of the house, past the barkeep and into the tavern floor.
Do we tell him that we're sitting here? Do we wave at him? Do we just hope that he just doesn't find us, or
Just look down and hopefully he goes away.
Hey, Darius, we're over here.
God damn it.
Jam! Then I wave frantically.
uh
I stand up in my chair and wave with both hands.
Nice.
Hey, Marcos and Vicarius, they're over here too.
hide under the table?
Put my head down.
So
Great.
as I head towards the table, I make a detour by the bar, and I ask for a glass of their wine and a glass of water with a little bit of lemon and honey in it. I've got a little frog in my throat.
No problem, bud. Here you go. What's the name? I'll mark it on your tab.
Vicarius.
Very well. He writes that down and so we'll bring it out to you. You can go join your friends.
I want to pay attention to the bottles of wine or bottle of wine that he has behind the bar and see if I can determine the label, the vintage, to see if it's the same variety as the bottles that I happen to be carrying with me?
Yeah, the brand is Forest Co. red wine, and it is not a very good vintage, but the label is that of the Forest Co. brand. Pretty much, the cheap stuff.
And what's the label that I have? What is the brand that I have that I bought?
You bought a known brand. It was not Forest Co. Because you were in Neverwinter when you bought it.
Right.
So you bought just a known brand, mid shelf.
Okay.
Nothing high end, but it's
Okay.
not gut either. So,
Excellent. I thank him for this, and I take the water with lemon and honey, and I sip on that, and I come back to the table, and I set the glass of wine down in front of Marcos.
What is this?
This is the house wine. That's all they have.
This is dribble.
This is what they have. You want to drink ale? That is fine.
Mead is more preferable to this.
So you're turning this down.
Yes. Yes, I am.
Vicarius, can I interest you in a glass of wine?
Whatever.
And I give Vicarius the glass of wine. It's his after all.
Wait, what?
No, nothing.
Okay.
all right. So you're in the tavern, just kind of hanging out. There are a few people in here. Obviously, there are some miners. There are also some look like administrative folks in here as well. The night, as it progresses, more and more people find their way to the Rusty Tap.
Okay.
At one point, even Glondern, however you say his name, comes in.
I think we should make our way out of here. We filled our bellies. We've had our drink. Go to somewhere else to see.
The whisper disease is contagious.
Well, I'm done eating. My belly's full. I'm ready to go to bed. Where are we sleeping?
Boarding house is not far.
Okay.
I proceed to restring my guitar, tune it, and then because the guitar is now in tune, I proceed to start playing some songs. Drinking kind of songs that encourage, a good, think of Irish drinking songs, that kind of thing.
Sure.
All right.
Here's good luck to the pint, but good luck to the barley mow.
Indeed.
Yeah, you get the crowd into the first couple. Your third song, however, Glandar, he stands up, kind of walks over towards you. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to put an end to this.
And then to what?
This drinking, singing you're doing. These men and women have to get up and work in the morning. We can't have them here all night partying.
I see.
They have
So
jobs to do. It's getting late and they need to be able to produce. 12-hour shifts are not easy for these men and women.
So I start into changing gears quickly, and I start playing some lullabies, some soothing, sleepy lullabies.
All right.
And I get up from the table well, depending on where I'm sitting, I probably have to crawl under the table to walk out the other side, and head towards the direction of the rooms.
Sure. Jim gets up and heads out. Darius begins to lull the crowd.
I'm gonna make my way out as well.
I'm going to as I look around the room, lots of workers in the room. Any other gnomes there?
No, actually, you don't see any other gnomes.
The owner of the tavern is
This is the only gnome.
gone.
That's the only gnome, yeah. Okay. All right. I'll follow him out.
Okay.
Because we're now able to talk freely, you two, and Darius is still doing his thing. Something doesn't seem right here, especially when it comes to that chief guard.
What do you mean?
I think he's hiding something from us.
When we first got to town, Jem and I noticed just a couple of real shady figures over that way, and I point to where we saw them earlier, and they were lurking around like they didn't belong here, but by the time we got over there, they were gone.
Well, that I don't know if it's the kobolds or not, because we saw the kobolds lining the road and they didn't seem any aggressive towards us. But the head of the guardsmen, he made sure to make it a point saying that we should not press the workers about what's been happening.
Really?
Supposedly they're sensitive about the entire ordeal of the recent collapses.
Collapses?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
So, does anybody's mind wander to the fact that maybe it's not the kobolds that are causing the problems, but the actual
Company itself.
employees of Forest Co, like their security?
Their security. There. It could be the employees, the miners themselves, causing incidences to fake deaths or whatever it may be to kind of go against the man. I'm honestly starting to think here that it is not the kobolds that are the issue here, and it's actually Forest Co itself. But
So how are we supposed to figure out what's going on if no one will talk to us, or if we have to keep dealing with the head of the security?
Well, we're just going to have to do our own type of investigation. And I did say to the chief guard saying, we are still going to need to ask questions. We're going to have to do our own investigation. And I said, we need to do what we need to do so we can get the job done. So, and he said, fine, go ahead, do what you need to do, which kind of gives us a little bit of an in for looking for information.
Yeah.
Don't you think?
Yeah.
I just want to point out that because of the height difference, I don't think that we're being very quiet. Because Marcos is gonna have to talk loudly so we can hear, and we're gonna have to talk loudly so he can hear. So hopefully no one has, overheard us. Just saying.
As it stands right now, I haven't said anything incriminating, really.
It's true.
Okay. Just,
Yeah.
just be careful.
Is there anybody around us?
No, the streets are empty,
Okay.
as they have been since you got here.
Did anybody find that
Did
weird?
Did we not
Yeah.
notice?
Yeah, we noticed.
We noticed on the way in, yeah.
There's like
Okay.
nobody ever around anywhere.
I I mean, there were a few employees that came into the tavern there at the
Mhm.
end.
But
end of
out
their
here
shift.
now, where is everybody?
Even when I got to the barracks with the Gardal or whatever the hell his name is,
Guard hall.
the barracks was empty.
Hmm.
And that's supposedly where we're staying tonight? I think we would have a better chance of staying out in the woods.
I'm game.
Yeah. I mean, if we're not hidden behind four walls, we might actually see more or hear more.
And it's not like this town is walled off or anything like that. We can clearly see the tree line.
Marcos, are you sure you're going to be able to sleep on the floor? I mean, I know you're kind of like a, like a princess. Are you gonna be okay?
If I can actually find dirt on what these assholes are doing to my father, I'll be a happy man and I'll deal with sleeping on the dirt.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure it didn't hurt your sensibilities.
Oh, don't worry. I'll have a nice plush bed when I go home to see my mother.
We don't want to bruise your sensitive ass.
Yeah, as y'all are kind of wandering through the town having this conversation, I don't imagine that you just stepped outside the tavern and started talking, right? It's a walking
No,
talk. This feels like a walking talking.
It's a
You
walkie
notice this
talkie.
town. There appear to only be 6 domicile type buildings, like house buildings.
Mm-hmm.
Those would be barracks or single homes. The rest of the buildings here seem to be either warehouses, administrative buildings, or service buildings.
Okay.
So of the 20-ish buildings in the place, only 6 are that of domicile. If you do go and check out the bunkhouse, the one that he showed you is empty. You could take blankets, pillows, bedrolls, whatever from there, as pretty much don't have anything.
Right. I would like to. We apparently we've been walking long enough that we now know where our bunkhouse is supposed to be, right?
Yeah, you've got a real good layout of the town in your mind.
All right. I would like to go and just pick 2 other of the domiciles at random, see if there's anybody in them.
Okay. Yeah, the first one you come to does appear to have people in the bunks sleeping.
How many bunks?
There are multiple. There's several large rooms, and every room has probably 10 to 12 bunk beds in it.
Okay.
And they're all full. So you got like six rooms in here, and then there's 10 to 12 if you just kind of poke in and look around. Okay. Yeah, make a stealth. You're not trying to be stealthy, but you're trying to be, you're checking this out, and when you realize that there are people sleeping here, obviously you don't want to wake them.
19.
Okay, yeah, you're fine. You don't wake anyone. Kind of walking through and checking it out.
Okay.
The next one that you get to, there are pretty much, it's almost the exact same kind of layout, right? But here, there are some people sleeping, and there are 6 people awake playing cards at a table. And as you walk in, they kind of look like startled a bit.
Easy, friends, easy. New in town.
Keep it down.
Yeah.
I'm
Sure.
trying to sleep.
Sure. Yeah.
We can't raise suspicion. Who are you?
My name's Vicarius.
Vicarius.
Yeah. I
Are
said
you
I'm new in
new?
town. Yeah, I'm new in town.
Are you here as replacements? All of you? You're here as replacements?
That depends. That depends.
Well, I mean, did Forestco hire you to come here to work in the mine? That's
No, they hired us for something else, but I got to tell you, we're a little suspicious of why they hired us. Like, we're not seeing things don't add up.
yeah.
Yeah.
What would they hire you for?
Is the town being attacked by anything? I don't see anything being attacked. I don't think anything attacking the town.
Oh, you mean the kobold attacks? Yeah. Started about 7 months after the village was built, apparently. That's what the story is. Apparently Forestco had just finished getting the mining operations going, and they started scavenging off food here and there, little by little. And then they got more and more assertive, pushy little boogers. The guards, they do what they can to keep them away from us, but if they get into the town or whatever, then they just let them have run at the stores and mark it off, and we get another shipment. So they do try to protect us, so they don't want us getting hurt.
Insight check.
Mhm.
11.
I mean, he's speaking in hushed tones and kind of, glancing around a little bit like he's telling you stuff he might not be supposed to tell him. So he looks nervous about what he's saying.
All right, listen. When we were riding into town, I know kobolds. I've spent my entire life in the forest fighting off kobolds. Those are not kobolds acting like kobolds. As we were riding in 3 wagons, those wagons should have been decimated by the number of kobolds that were there, and they didn't move. Something ain't right. I think you might know it too. I think you might not be 100% on board with what the official story around here.
That's just what we're told, man.
All right. That's what you're told. What do you think?
I don't get paid to think. I get paid to pine.
I understand that. You got to do what you got to do. But what do you think?
I mean, we've heard the raids, sometimes at night we'll hear the bell ring and we're just told to stay in the bunks. And so, I mean, surely they wouldn't lie to us about it.
No, never.
He reaches under the table and pulls a flask out and uncorks it. You can smell it. It is spirits, some homebrew kind of moonshine.
Ooh, buddy, I can
It's
smell that
really
over
strong.
Here. I can smell that over here.
Takes a
That
shot.
evidently didn't come from the store.
Nah, not everything comes from the company store. You want to hit?
Sure.
Yeah. He hands you the flask. You take a swig, and it's tough. It's straight corn liquor.
Very brave.
Wow. Okay.
And he goes, "Yep, that's pure right there, man. That's pure stuff. Look, they're going to be doing rounds in just a little bit. If you're not assigned to this bunkhouse, don't be in here.
I won't be. We're in that bunkhouse over there, and I point out the window and point towards
You're in bunkhouse 4. Yeah.
Yeah.
See, they're all on shift right now, so that's probably why they put you there, because if you're going out with the patrol, you won't be there when they come in. So
gotcha.
Probably why they put you there. Shared bunks.
Can I ask you one more question?
Yeah, but make it quick, man.
Why don't they want me asking you any questions?
Had some stuff happen lately, man. kind of hard to talk about. It's just been a tough time with the collapses, man. We've all lost somebody out here. It's hard. It's hard. They're not doing anything for us either.
So why is the mine collapsing? Is it that unstable? Is it what do you think it is?
Not sure, man. Work its long hours,
Yeah.
cheap materials.
Yeah.
About that time, there's a knock on the door and a voice outside. You recognize the voice as Glendar. Hey, are y'all in there? And he goes, shit, it's Glendar.
Is
there
there
a
a back
back door?
entrance?
Yeah,
Is there a back door?
yeah, back door.
Gone.
About the time you're getting to the back door, you hear the front doors open, and muffled conversation inside. As you rush out the back door, there are 2 city guards standing out the back door. There you guys are. Glendar, I'll be glad to see you. It's time for the patrol. Come with us. And they lead you back around to the front of the building. Glendar comes out and he goes, thought y'all might have gotten turned around, ended up in the wrong bunkhouse.
Yeah.
It happens with new people.
We did.
So you guys ready? I want to see just how good you are at kobold hunting. What do you say?
Well, I'm great at kobold hunting.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yep. Never seen one. So
Read
let's
about
do
them in
this.
books.
Read about them? Never seen one. Great at killing them. Oh boy, this is going to be fantastic.
Yep.
All right. Well, here's the plan. We're going to stay in small groups. If you see one of those little critters, you call it. You call it loud and clear. And we'll all engage. When we can split up into small group patrols like this, we can cover more ground. We can stop them before they get to the city. You said you saw them, right? Yeah, they've been casing the patrols. That's what they do. They wait for the shipments to come in, then they attack after the shipments are here. So,
Okay.
yeah. We need 2 or 3 groups.
All right. I mean, we'll stay together.
Yeah, you good with that? You guys stay together and I'll take our men and we can remember if you see one,
Call it.
call it.
Got it. Yep. Will do.
All right. And with that, he leads you all to the edge of the woods, handing you some torches. If you need it, light it. Otherwise, don't, because they'll see you coming.
Yeah, I don't need this.
And he goes, we're gonna go this way first. You go that way. We'll meet back on the other side of the village.
All right. Works for me.
All right.
Sounds good.
We'll see you there. Happy hunting.
Thanks.
And in just a few minutes, they're disappeared into the bush. You do not see them or hear them moving. And this is a great place to hit the pause button on this session as we can start Act 2 next week.